Hello and welcome back to Life in Recovery. Were you aware that male mosquitoes do not bite? Today's video is all about mood boosting and body boosting foods. I believe very strongly that to rebuild and sustain a healthy mind and body, you must consider what you're eating and drinking. And good nutrition is one of the building blocks of your overall well-being, so both for your mental health and your physical health. Therefore, ideally, this video will help make you think about how you eat and how what you eat can create a really solid foundation on which to build your mental and physical well-being. I'm going to go through a handful of different types of foods from all the main food groups and try to explain exactly what's in them that can help your mind and your body. I'm not suggesting that eating these particular foods is going to magically make you feel super happy and energetic and carefree, but I do believe that we can really help ourselves hugely by paying attention to what we eat. And if you feel hungry mid-afternoon and are reaching for those biscuits or crisps, then the chances are that they won't satisfy your cravings and that actually you could end up feeling quite crotchety or grumpy. So hopefully you'll find some inspiration in this video to help nourish your mind, body and soul, and also to fill your belly as well. So I'm going to start with one of the most simple and basic things you'll be needing to think about, and that's water. And water is extremely important for our bodies to function properly, and even the smallest degree of water loss can impair our physical and mental well-being. It's not only our body that is affected by hydration, but also our brain. So when we're dehydrated, it can actually affect our ability to concentrate. Now on to food and bananas. And bananas contain a really important amino acid called tryptophan. And they also contain vitamins A, B6 and C. They contain fibre, potassium, phosphorus, iron and carbohydrates. And mood-boosting carbohydrates aid in the absorption of tryptophan in the brain, and vitamin B6 helps convert the tryptophan into the mood-boosting and mood-lifting hormone serotonin. This helps to boost your mood and also aids good sleep. Because of its ability to raise serotonin levels, tryptophan has been used in the treatment of a variety of conditions, such as insomnia, depression and anxiety. It's the potassium in the bananas that makes them such a good snack as well, especially if you're feeling stressed or tired. Potassium is really important in the transmission of nerve impulses, your heart rhythm and also muscle function. So bananas are a pretty awesome food to be eating. Another amazing food is leafy greens. I've got some here in a bag because they're a little bit wet. And leafy greens are packed with magnesium, and that's a nutrient that's essential for the biochemical reactions in your brain that boost your energy levels. Certain deficiencies in B vitamins have been linked to depression, and serotonin production can actually be hindered by low B vitamin levels. And important B vitamins to look out for include folate, vitamins B3, B6 and B12, and eating leafy green vegetables such as spinach, broccoli or Swiss chard can really help keep your levels up. Next on the list are Brazil nuts, and Brazil nuts are one of the best sources of the mineral selenium. In recent years, people have been consuming less selenium, but eating just 3 Brazil nuts a day can provide your recommended daily amount. And studies have shown increased depression, irritability, anxiety and tiredness in people with low selenium levels. The next food is dark chocolate, and I've got some here. This is a Green and Black's organic one. Dark chocolate provides an instant boost in concentration and mood, and even helps improve the blood flow to your brain. And that obviously helps you feel much more vibrant and energised. But make sure to pick the darkest organic chocolate you can, and that means you're looking for a really high percentage. This one's 85%, and that means that you're getting a really high amount of pure cocoa, so the cacao nut. Recent studies have found that just a few ounces of dark chocolate a day results in a better mood. And sticking with things that are slightly sweet, the next thing is honey, and eating sugar unleashes harmful free radicals linked to disease, even cancer, inside your body. But honey, although it's sweet like sugar, it's packed with beneficial compounds that actually help clean up the free radicals and reduce inflammation. But a superb honey to buy is Manuka honey, which this one is. And Manuka honey also has antibacterial and antiviral properties in it as well. But I would recommend, if you're buying Manuka honey, look for the sign that says that it's UMF, which is a level that guarantees that potency, so you have those really beneficial effects of the honey. They come in different strengths like 5, 10 and 15. This one's a UMF 5+, so that means that it's sort of on the sort of less potent side, but they all have different price points. The higher up you go, the higher the price is, so Manuka honey is a good one to look out for. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is oats, and oats are a really effective mood booster. This is because they have a low glycemic index. You may have heard about the glycemic indexes, and people talk about low GI foods or high GI foods. This is the kind of thing they're talking about, and oats have a low glycemic index. And this means they slowly release energy into our bloodstreams rather than a quick rush that soon will fall off. And this helps to keep your blood sugar and your mood stable. And also another mineral found in oats is selenium, which I talked about earlier, and that can obviously really help your mood by regulating the function of the thyroid gland. And of course, you can have oats in stuff like porridge or muesli or your breakfast cereals in the morning, but there are other ways to add oats into your diet. A great thing to buy is an oat cake. You can put lots of different toppings on there, hummus, cheese. You can also put sweet stuff on there. You can put honey. You could put the honey from my last item on there, or anything else you sort of fancy. Or you can just have them dry, dipped in soup or things like that. So that's a really good option for adding some extra oats into your diet. The next food I want to include is the lentil, and these are red split lentils, but lentils come in lots of different varieties and colours, and people might turn their noses up at them, but they're a really brilliant food. They're a complex carbohydrate, so like bananas, they have the added benefit of helping to increase the brain's production of the feel-good neurotransmitter serotonin, and this results in a calmer, happier state of mind with less anxiety. And also stabilising your blood sugar level is important to maintain a stable mood. They're also high in folate, and deficiencies in folate have been linked to depression and mania. Lentils can also boost your iron levels, which will give you energy and therefore put you in a better mood. The next type of food I wanted to include was oily fish. And studies have shown that people who are deficient in omega-3 are more susceptible to depression and low mood. The omega-3 fatty acids that are found in oily fish, such as salmon, mackerel and sardines, make up a large percentage of our brain tissue. And eating a diet high in omega-3 will also keep your brain healthy and improve your mood by keeping your brain cells flexible. So the brain's chemicals that are called neurotransmitters can work more effectively. And I think a lot of people don't really like fish anyway, and oily fish especially can be quite rich, and it can be hard to sort of digest for some people. But there are lots of different options. You don't have to buy fresh fish all the time, so that also can be expensive. There are great ways to increase the amount of oily fish you're having without maybe noticing that you're eating it. I love anchovies, and these are anchovy fillets in olive oil. I put them on pizzas, you can put them in salad, you can even stuff lamb with anchovies, and it's delicious. Also the traditional tinned tuna, again this is in sunflower oil, and this happens to be yellowfin tuna. It's also dolphin friendly, so no dolphins have been harmed, which is a sort of a helpful thing to make you feel a little bit better about eating the fish. And also you can buy sort of ready packed fish like this. This is some mackerel. You could have that on toast, you can have it on those oatcakes from earlier, you can have them just like that with a salad. They're really sort of, you don't have to have a big amount of it, just little and often is a nice way to include a little bit extra in your diet. And actually talking about lamb, I wanted to talk about grass-fed lamb as well. Animals raised on grass pastures boast much more high levels of the healthy conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA to give it its short name, and this is a happy fat, and this happy fat can reduce stress hormones, and again it protects your brain cells. Red meat is also packed with iron, and iron is a vital nutrient for your for a stable mood. Its highest concentrations in the brain are located in the areas related to mood and memory. And staying with meat, chicken and turkey contain an incredible little amino acid that I mentioned earlier called tryptophan. And the body uses tryptophan to make serotonin, and serotonin is one of the most important neurotransmitters that affects your mood, as well as serotonin also goes to make the hormone melatonin, which helps regulate sleep. Chicken and turkey also contain another amino acid called tyrosine, and tyrosine can help reduce symptoms of depression as well as help avoiding feeling the blues in the first place. Tyrosine is also used to make the hormone adrenaline, and low levels of adrenaline have been associated with depression. The next type of food I wanted to talk about were mussels. And mussels are loaded with some of the highest naturally occurring levels of the brain-protecting vitamin B12. Maintaining a healthy level of B12 preserves the myelin sheath that insulates your brain cells, and this helps your brain to stay sharp as you grow older. Mussels also contain trace nutrients of zinc, iodine and selenium, and these minerals are vital in keeping your thyroid, which is your body's master mood regulator, on track. And finally, I wanted to include yogurt. Vitamin D deficiency is linked to many health problems, such as depression, osteoporosis, heart disease and cancer. The best source of vitamin D is sunlight. The action of the sunlight on the skin allows our bodies to manufacture vitamin D. But if you aren't getting enough sun, try to include foods in your diet that include vitamin D. And calcium can also help reduce your levels of stress and anxiety, and both of these things are present in yogurt. A thing to remember when you're buying yogurt is don't go for a 0% fat. Don't go for fat-free yogurt, because actually you need the fats in the yogurt to help deliver the vitamins to your organs and for you to be able to process those vitamins. Also look for, on the label it should say bio-live yogurt, so you're getting that good bacteria needs to be active, so you're looking for a bio-live or an active bio-live yogurt when you're buying yogurt. So those are just a handful of foods and a little bit about what makes them so special. But what are some things to try and avoid if you're trying to help heal your body and to try and boost your mood? So things to avoid are caffeine. This can dehydrate you, you can feel quite edgy, and you can also be prone to withdrawal headaches. Sugar, I mentioned sugar, but it becomes like a quick fix. So quick fix foods like cakes and biscuits aren't going to fill you up, and they're empty calories as well, so you're not going to be nourishing your body. And also another thing to try and avoid is alcohol. I am aiming to create a recipe series on the blog that will be based on a mood and body boosting foods. If you haven't looked at the blog or you don't know the address, then the links are all in the description bar below. I really hope that this video provided some food for thought, and if you have any comments or questions then let me know. All of the contact links are in the information box below. And I'm just going to leave you with these two quotes. The first is from A Room of One's Own, which was written by Virginia Woolf, who was a British novelist, and the quote goes as follows: "One cannot think well, love well, sleep well, if one has not dined well." And the final one is from Dorothy Day, who was an American journalist, and she said, "Food for the body is not enough. There must be food for the soul." I hope you have a lovely day, and until next time, goodbye.